being with Coach Weiss, previously, and we had a tremendous quarterback in Jimmy Clausen that had the wherewithal and mental capacity to put us in a better situation, in a better play. And Dane is along those lines. He understands why we're doing what we're doing and knows how to put us in a better situation. So it's a tremendous advantage for our offense.
What does it do for him? I mean, you can obviously speak to that a little bit.
Yeah, well, it gives you that confidence that you're helping the team and you're helping drive in the operation. And as a leader and as a quarterback and as a captain, you got to take ownership for the team. And when he can take some ownership for the direction the team and the offense is going, then all the better for all of us.
He's mentioned some kind of quotations or thoughts that you kind of. He said you have a lot of them, and a couple have stuck with him. But how much are you able to connect with him, considering you guys have kind of walked the same path at that time?
Yeah, we connect. It's one of the areas that I can really help these guys. I mean, I've been where they are. I've been under center. I've had had a paper due on Thursday and a game on Saturday, and that's the life of a college quarterback, and so I can surely help them through that process. And whether it's inspiring or forgetting something bad that happened or help pushing them along, that's part of what I do.
It's better guys. How much do Dane and Jake kind of get to interact and discuss what's going on, all that type of stuff?
Oh, they do. They do quite a bit, and there's good conversation watching film and reviewing what happened. But I think there's also good conversation on the sidelines while we're watching practice. Whether it's between me and the quarterbacks or Charlie Jr. and the quarterbacks, and while other plays are going on, there's always interaction and communication.
Was it a tough sell getting Turner to campus here, knowing that Dane and Jake were, I guess, already on the roster?
I don't think so. We presented what KU is all about and where we want to go with the program and what the quarterback does in our offense. And I think he got here and saw what we had to offer, and I think it made the decision pretty easy for him. It's a challenge. We have competitors, we have battlers, we have guys that all want to be on the field. So no matter what situation you're in, you're going to have to compete. And with the quarterback, there's only one ball. So that's the nature of competing to be the starting quarterback. But we're happy to have Turner. He's working hard and trying to get himself in a position to compete.
Can you talk a little bit about that number 2 battle and kind of what each guy gives you between Cummings and Turner?
Well, they're both working hard. That we want to get as much consistency as we can in that position and really have the least amount of drop-off as possible from what Dane gives us to what the number 2 guy will give us. And, they both had their moments of ups and downs. They're both working hard to try to become that guy, and we're thrilled with the way they're both progressing. We need to go faster. We need to go get better. We need to continue to be consistent. But we're getting there. That's what we're working on.
What about Jake? I mean, do you have to approach him a little bit differently than you do the other 3, or?
Jake's got great practice habits. He's got great meeting room habits. He's got great study habits. He is really driven, and so it's not. We treat Jake the same. He certainly is in a different situation, but he is. He's a guy that we're all going to rely on to help us at different times, whether it's in practice or in the meeting rooms, or and he'll do a great job because he's got great abilities and great mental abilities.
Coach, what are some specific areas that Turner excels in versus areas that Christian excels in?
I'm not going to get real specific in exactly what they're doing, but they do have different areas. Whether it's being more comfortable in the run game and getting to the correct handoff point, or getting a little deeper in our drops, or a little more fluid in our throwing motion. They each have different points they need to work on, and that's something we communicate with them on a regular basis, so they know what they're working on, they know what their focus should be, and but that's something that we deal with them on a regular basis on what specifically they need to work on.
What's the relationship like between those two?
They have a good relationship. We have a great room, a great group with the quarterbacks. They all work well together. They all communicate well. They cheer for one another. Want to see each other do well, because I think they've all bought in very, very strongly that it's all about the team. You know, and it's all about putting the best product on the field and executing at the highest level. And they've all bought into that. So they've worked well together.
Coach Weiss indicated earlier this week, that maybe Michael had been labeled a little bit improperly as a dual threat, pure dual threat kind of guy. He said he's a drop back passer, he's just a little short, lacks the experience. Do you see that out of him? I mean, does he have those capabilities?
Yeah, Mike can throw it. Mike can throw it real well. He's got good drop back skills, and we want to continue to help him grow and get better at it. But he does a great job in the drop back pass game with a really, really strong arm.
Awesome. Thank you.